Techno update. Subscribe now.
Moto G5S Plus Review. Design. The Lenovo Moto G5S Plus is different from the Moto G5 Plus in two key ways. First, it's much larger. Lenovo's last wave of Moto G phones had relatively small screens, 5 inches for the Moto G5 and 5.2 for the Moto G5 Plus. The Lenovo Moto G5S Plus has a 5.5-inch screen, making it a good size for gamers, people who watch video on their mobiles, and more or less any phone enthusiast. Second, the Lenovo Moto G5S Plus is a true all-metal shell phone. The Moto G5 and G5 Plus have metal backs, but plastic sides, but the G5S has a proper unibody aluminium design. Screen. The Moto G5S Plus has a 5.5-inch 1920 by 1080 pixel IPS LCD screen. It's not OLED, it's not incredibly high-res, but it is close enough in person to higher-end screen to make this a non-issue for most people. Software. The Moto G5S Plus runs Android 7.1.1. An upgrade to Android 8.0 Oreo has been confirmed, with an ETA of December 2017. If you're reading this in 2018 and it still hasn't arrived, don't blame us. Performance. The Moto G5S Plus uses the Snapdragon 625 processor, an octa-core CPU with all Cortex A53 cores. This tells you it's a mid-range chipset at best, but it does the job for a phone with a 1080p screen and well-optimized software. The Moto G5 Plus uses the same core hardware. The 4,460 points in Geekbench 4 is respectable, and the 3GB of LPDDR3 RAM is pretty standard for phones at this level. Camera image quality. Both G5 Plus and G5S Plus struggle a little at night. Photos lose quite a lot of detail, ending up looking soft. In the Moto G5 Plus there's an argument the Moto software was partly to blame. But this sort of degradation is exactly what I expect from a phone with a fairly conventional 13-megapixel sensor, f/2 lens and no optical image stabilization. There are a few good video extras, though. You can shoot it up to 4K resolution, 30 FPS, and both 30 FPS and 60 FPS at 1080p. The Moto G5S Plus also has a 120 FPS slow motion mode, which can be fun to use when taking videos of friends/puppies/babies being friends/puppies/babies. The front camera has a 8-megapixel sensor, and can produce decent if not standard setting photos. It also has a front LED flash. Battery life. Having a high-capacity battery is not a guarantee for good battery life these days. I've used 3000 mAh plus phones that have struggled to last through a day's use. The Moto G5S Plus is one of the longer-lasting phones I've used this year, though. With normal use, including a couple of hours of audio streaming, I've seen the phone survive with up to 40% battery left by bedtime, which is pretty impressive. 30 minutes of real racing 3 takes 9% off the battery, suggesting you'll get a respectable 5.5 hours of gaming out of charge. Like the Moto G5 Plus, the G5S Plus supports Motorola Turbo battery charging. This will replenish most of the battery in 30-40 minutes, using 12 volts voltage instead of the usual 5 volts.